let's.
You know what?
We're starting over.
Reset.
If you're watching this again, thank you.
Thank you.
But we're cute enough that you can watch us twice. Come on now. All right, so let's get started again. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This week we're talking InsecureHBO season 5, episode 3, pressure. Okay. I am Beata from Beata and Bloom.
And I'm Favor Rajika from Favor Rajika.
All right, let's get into this because there's a lot of Condola and Lawrence going on, and there's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration on our behalf, and also thank you, Skelly. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Get out. Anyway, so getting started. So what are you are supposedly you're a Lawrence hive, which this is new to me.
It's not Lawrence
embarrassment.
No,
embarrassment. No, so starting from your first thoughts.
I saw at first I was just like absolute trash, but then as
from
the
prior
episode,
season or this
from prior season, I didn't really care for Lawrence like that. I liked the fact that he had been leveled up in a way, like he stopped sitting at home, stopped being like a literal bomb.
Yeah, now he got a good job.
He's just doing things.
Is nice.
Ooh, doing things in like the tech industry and just making waves and whatnot. Anywho's, like I said before, the episode starts off with them breaking up. Lawrence,
Isa and Lawrence. That's
the people we're talking
because
about.
of the baby.
Yep, and then Lawrence ups and leaves and moves to San Francisco for his new job. He's on the date when the text comes in and his baby arrives. Although the baby came in a little bit early, so he went. And again, we had this whole issue with there was a tension or let's say friction between Condola and himself in terms of communication
from the get-go.
Madame here has her own opinions.
Yes, I do, because for me it's like, how can I'm telling you I'm pregnant and I'm saying, I will, if you're in, it's great. If you're in, if you're not, that's great too.
But that's not even defined. Is it that I want you in or I want you out?
And I don't.
Maybe that's another reason.
No, but the thing is, it's like, either way, I'm keeping this baby because she had that decision for her that this is what I'm gonna do, and you decide of what you want, if you want to involve
or not. He never said he didn't want the child.
But no, exactly, he never did. But I think there was no clear picture of like how is this gonna work.
So you think that's his fault though?
I think it was both of them.
Exactly, there was nothing clear.
But I think what majorly was part of his fault as far as setting the tone for this relationship and co-parenting, quote unquote, is taking that chance. And again, he had these plans prior to this announcement of pregnancy, but that job, you up and leave and go to a different city. Granted, it's only like 2 hours or an hour flight away, but still, I'm gonna go through this whole pregnancy. You know how at the end he was like, I'm gonna be there for this appointment, that appointment. But I was thinking, is like, you know what?
You can't come and reinsert yourself.
Yeah, no, but also it's like, were you around at all? Were you around at all for the pregnancy? Like, did you go for a checkup? You know what I mean? The energy we're giving is not giving what it's supposed to give.
Exactly, but I think he was partially involved because.
But he moved. So how really? And they were another freaking thing. They're communicating through text mainly. Text does not do much.
Call this person?
Text, there's so much that's misconstrued
through
text as grown individuals who are who know each other enough to be.
It was an awkward relationship. Like it's awkward between both of them. Like
I'm confused.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did you guys even make a baby? Like it's.
That's the easy part. I'm telling you, that is easy.
And they actually dated, so it was not.
They did, but it's just like. They did not define things beforehand or how you might, you're able to do that. Oh, Skelly, we are drinking, it's some rum with some juice and, cocktails.
Skelly, cheers!
Cocktails. Anyway, so I think that was my big thing to begin with of like, the move there without consoling her or even getting her opinion. Because, first of all, he can make the decision on his behalf of, I'm taking this job. This is a good opportunity for me, and I had it before you told me the announcement.
So, question for you.
Correct.
Yes. It's like you will not even wait for it to even land. Okay, so you will not.
Suzanne V.
Suzanne of
of
Big
the
shout
V.
out to you. Thank you for watching. So you would, the way you are talking right now, you won't date Lawrence. or you would not
What
want
do you
to.
mean?
Like, if you were in that situation with Lawrence, what would you do? What do you think?
After we broke up, or
Yes,
what are
do
you
you
talking
think
about?
Condola would have done anything differently from what she's doing? So you're saying that she's right to
For
be
her
a
pregnancy?
control freak?
Oh, I didn't say about that. I
With
think it's
everything?
a built up. It's a built up of emotions, and it's almost in a way it's like a little bit of resentment too. I can see from the beginning and the decisions he made ever since she told him about the situation. Like for me, it's like you start acting like a parent then and there because this child
But they
is
don't
here.
know.
What do you mean they don't know?
I'm saying both of them don't know better, because this parenting thing, especially when you're new at it, you cannot be perfect.
And it's not even.
But you're saying
co-parenting.
as an individual first, they would have taken some sort of responsibility
Yes.
towards this new project, which
Yes,
happens to be
it's like
life.
a lifelong thing.
I
It's
feel-
a lifelong project.
But they weren't prepared, to be fair. And you know
They
how
were
he
not.
said towards the end, he was like, before you came and blew up my life.
I was
that
like,
made me angry. I was
so I
like-
blew up your life.
I'm like-
I wasn't expecting this either.
Yeah. So it's a situation of it's nobody's fault that she got pregnant. I mean, it's both their fault because they did do. But my point is, they weren't expecting it, right? It was an unexpected pregnancy. But guess what? It's here.
Yeah.
Figure it out. You are both adults. Do you understand?
It's
there
true.
should be proper communication. There should be, and it's not as if there was any love lost between both of them. Like they didn't hate each other. It was an
It was
amicable
amicable.
breakup.
It was
Do you
definitely
understand?
amicable.
So it's like, I don't know why it, and I feel like on Lawrence's side he was angry because it came at a time where he was trying to make things work with, I guess, the love of his
Yeah.
life, Issa, right? And now, very big eye roll. And now they are no longer together because of that situation. You can't blame either of them. It's just what happened.
Life
Do you
happens.
understand?
Life happens.
But Condola, where I had an issue with her is, okay, you could actually see him making an effort. He's not saying he's going to, although there were parts where I kind of felt for Condola because she's here with a newborn, she's barely
Yeah,
sleeping.
that parallel when they did the
exactly,
screen.
and this one is
You're
here enjoying his life.
Fornicating.
Do you remember?
Fornicating while I'm here on the
Fornicating,
couch.
and I'm like, it's like 1 minute you want to feel bad for him, the next minute you're like, okay, so what exactly is going on? And when he now lied that he couldn't make it,
He didn't lie. He just was tired.
He
that
was
day.
tired, yeah.
And it's impossible. So you're telling me every Friday you're gonna come every weekend as a bachelor. You're gonna make it to see your it just was not realistic.
Yeah.
Life was gonna get in the way eventually about that. So just be realistic of like, hey, I'm
they
gonna
need
try.
to figure
but
it out. Yeah, they needed to
It's
figure it out.
resentment on both
But
parts.
yes, but at the
And
end of the day, it's
push
like
and pull.
she can't really live her life the way she wants to live it, obviously, because she has a child, a living child. But he do whatever and carry girls all up. But sometimes I'm like, oh God, are you really going to listen?
What do you mean?
You see,
Of course, he was good. You thought he was going through a breakup.
God
He
damn
been
it.
done over because he already was with Issa after that. The breakup was non-existent. It's not even about the breakup anymore. Like
No.
it wasn't.
I'm saying the breakup with Issa.
Oh no.
Do you know what I'm
No,
saying? So
no.
it's like, are you even sad?
The parts never
No.
stop. The tools are never. It's never out of
No,
commission.
they need
No.
servicing.
In service.
Mm.
In service. Oh Lord. That's another thing. Let's
And
take a
Lawrence,
back.
oh my God, Lawrence, if you see him
He's
from
cute.
the back, God damn.
Wait, so what back? What are we, are you in service? Or what is this?
No.
Oh Lord,
It's just funny to me.
I'm
It's just funny.
embarrassed. I'm shy.
It's just funny
shy.
to me, like seeing things and,
Oh
and you know
my
how Insecure they do it. I feel like every episode
Ah.
has to have a sex scene or something like that.
No.
Every episode.
But
does.
you seem to enjoy them, so
Will you calm
what do
down?
you,
Will
what do
you-
you, are
Will
you
you
in
calm down?
service?
No,
Are you in
no.
service?
That's not what I mean, but it's just that thing where it's like,
So this one is analyzing this. Oh Lord, let me stop. I
please,
can't.
can we move forward?
Anyways,
Thank
I
you.
think for me the first thing is
You're
that
not serious.
Scully, I don't. No.
Exactly.
No.
No, she loves
We
it.
don't do that over here. Anyways, can talk to me nice.
Oh, yeah, continue.
Anyways,
continue.
so I think the tone was just set there. During the pregnancy itself, they should have talked more a little bit about what, like realistically, how are we able to manage this?
Yeah.
What does that look like? How can I be involved? How much do you want me to? How much access are you gonna give me? And then eventually it's like, okay, so then once she comes, or he or she comes, the baby comes.
Yeah.
Elijah is cute as heck. Elijah Mustafa.
Jar.
Ja,
That's what she said.
yeah.
Like-
Elijah, and then but Kiki Palmer, the sister,
She killed the hell out of that
she
woman.
did. She really Victoria.
I'm sure hi, Vicky. I'm sure in real life she's actually dealt with friends that have baby dads because
it felt like from a personal experience. It's
exactly.
like it felt like a personal thing.
And in my head, I'm just like, okay, calm down. Too,
no. But I need someone to write for me like that. Call him out on his little BS of like so he can pop in and out. You know, duh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, we didn't know you were so tired.
Right. But I also really like the scene at the party when they go to Simone's party. Okay, so why is Kelly sober? That's confusing for me. I'm like, it's not.
She's not supposed to be sober.
I mean, for me, it's like she doesn't seem like the type who wants to be. Then all of a sudden, she's like, I've been sober. I've changed my life. And how are you gonna insult all the other kids?
Oh God.
She insulted all the other kids, but Simone, you're the exception.
Oh my Jesus.
It's like, I don't
and
really
then
like.
her cousin was not smoking in the party, and I'm just like from fire back to fire. All of them, their family, they have family problems. I'm sorry, it seems like a family problem.
I mean, they're fun though. They're fun. That's what makes it interesting.
Kelly's funny.
But yeah, so like, what do you think? So what do you think Condola could have done differently
at the party?
Not at the party. The whole time of like, how much if you're that frustrated, you feel like
say something.
Maybe. But how? But how much should she allow him to just come in and out without resentment, without feeling guilt? You know, like that whole thing of like.
It's not something that will go away. Do you understand? But it's something that needs to be said regardless. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And this person is going to be in your life forever and ever, whether you like it
no matter what.
Because guess what? You guys have a product together. Do you understand?
That's why it's so key. I'm sorry. Yeah. I think the moral of the story here.
Don't get pregnant by somebody that you don't like.
I was gonna say it's key. Choose your partners well, who you will be having these.
And make sure you are mentally prepared to actually get pregnant. Because God forbid if things go left, you understand?
But how do you okay, so I think at the beginning you were like, I didn't like how the episode ended where it's open-ended, where yes, he finally kind of apologized, and I think that scene in the airplane, that scene in the airplane kind of gave him perspective of like, dang, you know, like, and that baby crying of like, I need to be in my kid's life, and we can't just be going and fighting and back and forth. That's not the best for them. But how do they move forward? Like, what's a amicable like co-parenting routine when one person lives in the other place and the other person, you know?
I have to tell you, firsthand, I'm not a parent, so
of course, this
is
his perspective.
But I feel like from a bystander's perspective, I feel like they need to literally sit down and talk, figure out what the normal routine is right now, and figure out how to accept him in that routine. So someone like Simone, like she knows her child because she stays with her child every single day. Do you understand? Did I say Simone?
Simone Condola. Is the baby.
Yeah, sorry. Condola is the character, the Lawrence ex-girlfriend.
Yes, baby mama.
Baby mama. And you sit down with her and figure out what the routine is right now. He also talks about his own routine too. And since both of them want to make it work, they'll find a way to meet each other in the middle. Do you understand? So that he has as much access to his child as she has as much access. I mean, I feel like, and the thing is with Lawrence, I was just like, okay, you cannot tell a newborn mom what to do with her own child. You cannot, your duty is to pet her. Yeah. If she says jump, you ask her how high, because at that moment, emotions are flying. Do you understand? Whatever she says goes.
But he also has this frustration of like, hey, I'm trying to navigate all these things, this career that is going, and it looks like it's going
like a personal problem to me. Your career is not, I mean, it's important, but it's not as important as your child. I'm sorry. And I mean, it's important because obviously you need to care for your child, but the woman is not asking for nothing financially. Do you get? So it's like we are focused on the emotional part now, the mental part of being there for your child. Do you understand?
Do you think Lawrence should move back, or is this dynamic gonna work? Because I just don't see it lasting for a newborn and for him to be involved every week like he wants to.
I don't think so. I feel like he wants to bring 100%, but I feel like for a start he should make do with 75 or 65%.
It's just not realistic with the lifestyle and where he's set up currently. That you just have to, you know, like lower the expectation. And I know that he's really trying not to be a deadbeat dad, and there's pressure, you know, like at the christening, the baptism, I should say, where they were, his parents were like, this is how we do it, and he was like suggesting about the holiday. I mean, those are trouble things that are bound to happen. Of like, when it comes to holidays, whose gonna have them? Whose place are we gonna be? Are we gonna be blended? When it's early like this, a newborn, you're not gonna take my kid for a whole week. I'm sorry. There's no way. As the mom, I'm not letting you take my baby for a whole week without me.
I feel you.
I'm sorry. It's just not realistic. So it's these things that like that just gotta be worked out. And
it won't
from a
be this-
distance is hard. Like if he lived there, I could see that maybe you could be like, hey, he could. Like the baby could spend 2 days or 1 day out of the week, you know, with
But he's
you
not that
and-
far away. It's just an hour away. It's just like
But it's
driving
a
an
flight.
hour.
It's a no, that's flying.
Oh, flying.
Driving is probably 4 or 5 hours, and he
Oh,
doesn't
actually,
do that.
that's true. It's LA to San Francisco.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Right.
that's far.
But I don't
California
think-
is
is
higher.
Is it? No, yeah, it was like 2
Yes,
hours.
exactly.
Yes,
No. It's several
It's 2
hours.
hours, yeah.
It's several hours.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, I think Lawrence
They'll
has
figure it out.
they have to, but
They have
also
to.
Lawrence has to be. Lawrence has to. I don't know. To be honest, it sounds like his job maybe can have flexibility of like, hey, maybe Thursday.
Remote. Or you can go remote.
I was gonna say Thursday,
You're in the tech
Fridays.
word.
Thursday, Fridays,
yeah.
you could do remote work, and you just fly in on Wednesday, and then spend half the week, you know, in
And
LA and get an apartment there,
exactly.
and then that's more chance to spend time with
your family,
Elijah.
or I guess
so,
Elijah.
yeah,
He's
so
your family right now.
it's
Your
just-
immediate family. But he works in the tech. I feel like he can make it work if he really wants to. He works in the tech industry. I mean, and he seems very talented from what
He
we
does.
see. Do you understand? So he's like neat
and
like,
valued.
he's
They
very
asked for
valued.
his of opinion for that project.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So I'm
okay,
just
so
like,
he actually is making
and
moves.
most of his meetings, he's doing them through devices. So it's like you can actually be in the same city
right
and work remotely. Like, and it's the same time zone too. So I don't even understand what you're.
And you know the truth, though?
You know what I mean?
I felt like, okay, not to get personal or anything, I felt the resentment of like, I feel like I've always felt like that about, you know, my own personal story of, you know, your father or like the dad usually is able to like figure his life out and pop in
But
when
the
he's
woman-
ready and all of that, while the woman, you know, from the beginning, of course, they have to devote their life to this kid, this baby, until they rise up. But the dads are giving more, right? They raise up, but the fathers are giving more leniency.
Yes. Yep.
And I don't know, and I don't like that. It's not that I don't like that. It's just the reality of
And
it.
it's annoying.
And that is just
really
that's
annoying.
maddening for a woman to see. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he has to step it up from the beginning and make that executive decision.
Yep.
And I do feel like some of that means that maybe not focusing on his career as much as he is now, and having that like take a seat back a little bit. Again, that remote thing.
Like they would have given him paternity leave or something. Can't they give you paternity leave?
But even after the paternity leave is done, what happens now after a few months?
And you use that paternity leave to figure out what will happen.
See, that's what I'm saying. He will get a small little apartment or
Yeah.
stay with his friend Chad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just stop in and get a crib there. Do all those things. So it's doable. It's just that cool. I don't know. Just what I got from him. Be careful who you effing.
Yes.
Be careful who you're co-parenting with. And life is difficult. That I need both people invested as much as I am, not just
even
the
if you
mother.
guys are not together. I feel like you can find a way.
You
around
have
it.
to
You
find a way. And
yeah.
the court thing, that was not the right move of like threatening. Don't threaten each other because you're both frustrated.
Oh, when
Like,
I heard
I'm
you
gonna
say that,
fight you, no
I'm
matter
going to,
what.
yes, I'm going to do whatever
I was
it takes.
like,
I'm
oh,
like,
Lord,
they're going to court.
Lord.
Ja is a baby. Like, this is not the kind of energy he wants around his. You know,
It's already gonna be confusion.
Yeah, confusion. And then during that party when they were fighting, when he was like, "Why are you making me look as if you know, like he's a deadbeat?
Didn't give me a chance."
His friend had to drag him and say, "See, you know what? Just allow her have her way. Do you understand? Like it's going to be difficult, but you have to figure it out." And he was like, "You guys, this situation is different because you guys are married."
Right.
That's why in my head I'm just like, it's better. Oh. It's my own
hard.
personal opinion,
It's
but
hard.
things happen, life happens. Do you understand? So you
There
just
was something about your gum was said. You keep chewing your damn gum.
Victoria.
But yeah, so those were kind of our thoughts. Any last things? It's just that co-parenting stuff is a beat.
Yep, I'll easily
Word.
give this episode 4.5 star.
It was really good. It was one of the better ones as of late. Like that stuff was reality check of like dig.
And I felt insulted when Lawrence told her, "Shut." He was like exhausted, but he needed to shut up. Why are you telling her to shut up? Do you know what she has been?
and it just seemed like they kept pushing and pulling.
Yep.
I'll let you know later. We'll check in. We'll check in. I'll keep you posted.
I'll keep you posted.
Those kinds of things will not work. They might work when you're talking to someone.
Yes,
you're not talking.
At work.
No, you're not talking. You're not at a beginning stage of talking, and these people are just can go in and out your life.
Is the lingo for the office,
You're stuck to each other.
Not real life. I'll keep you posted. Is a lingo for the office.
Yeah.
I'm not your co-worker.
I'm sorry.
It's unfortunate.
You gotta invest. Hey. That's for after hours. Hey. I'm not done with my drink.
I'm kidding.
All right, you guys.
Yeah,
so I
you
think
so
that's
much,
it so
guys.
far. So this was a really enjoyable episode. Thank you for tuning in. We can't wait to see more episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching live.
Yep.
Suzanne V and Victoria.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
for engaging with us.
Yep.
And we'll post this again. Let us know what you think, how we differ in opinions, or if you agree, you don't agree, and we'll be back next week.
Yes, please follow our channels, okay?
Yes,
And
both
subscribe.
of us. Subscribe to both. Don't forget.
All right.
Bye.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night.
Bye bye.
Stop it.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm